This better be pretty damn important. You know I leave the office at 2 on Tuesdays.
Well, Mr. Hayward, I'm not sure where to start. You need to come back into the office right now.
Why?
Today, at 9:45 a.m., the Deepwater Horizon platform exploded in the Gulf of Mexico.
The Deepwater Horizon? Which one is that? We have so many platforms out there, I forget the difference between them.
Well, it's located 50 miles off the coast of Louisiana and has been drilling since February of this year. Drilling on this particular well began on October 7, 2009. The rig is owned by Transocean, but we've been leasing it ever since the rig was damaged by Hurricane Ida.
How bad is it?
It's bad. We're not sure how bad yet, but within the past hour, we've confirmed 11 dead and 17 missing.
Dear God.
Luckily, the other 110 workers were rescued by a nearby boat called the Damon B.
And I assume the Coast Guard is working on the situation?
They were notified by the Rambling Wreck right after the explosion happened. They dispatched 2 ships, 1 rescue airplane, and 4 helicopters.
Alright, so schedule me for a press conference for tomorrow at 10 a.m. so I can express BP's sorrow for the loss of life to the families.
Well, sir, I'm afraid I haven't even gotten to the bad news yet.
There is more bad news?
From the data we've collected so far, it looks like the blowout preventer failed, meaning we're leaking crude oil into the Gulf of Mexico.
Do we have any idea how much oil may be leaking?
Our engineers have estimated around 1,000 barrels of oil per day. However, it's likely to grow.
Wow. Okay. Well, first we need to dispatch a team to seal up that leak and clean up before it grows too much. We should have this solved by next week at the latest.
Did I forget to mention the main leak is 5,000 feet below the surface?
I'm coming in. Please tell me something good has happened since the last time I spoke with you.
I'm afraid it's only getting worse. The Coast Guard has released an official statement saying that this could be a major environmental disaster for the United States.
And the oil? How much is leaking?
In the same statement, they have increased the number to 8,000 barrels per day. On a good note, however, our ROV robots determined that the blowout preventer attempted to close, but failed somehow.
How is that a good thing? If the damn thing would have been working in the first place, we wouldn't have this problem.
If it weren't for the blowout preventer partially shutting, the amount of oil leaking would be astronomically higher.
This is far worse than I expected. But for now, I need to sleep. I've been awake for 2 days. I will call you first thing in the morning. Hello?
Sir, I'm sorry to call you at such an early hour, but we're in some seriously hot water now. The platform has just sunk.
The whole thing?
Well, I just got off the phone with the Coast Guard. It sank and broke the riser pipe right in half.
Now we have 2 leaks.
Unfortunately, yes. The Coast Guard has now placed the estimate between 64,000 and 101,000 barrels per day.
I'm sorry, did you say 100,000 per day?
100,000.
Oh my God. What are we supposed to do about this?
I have no idea, sir, but I have some more bad news. It's officially released that according to federal law, BP must pay for the damages done.
Okay, so I have gathered you up here today because you all have agreed to be a part of my team. We are going to meet at the end of each month and recap what has happened in the previous month. We will start today with the recap of May. Well, we have yet to control the leak. It's still flowing freely. And as of now, the government has placed the estimate somewhere between 12,000 and 19,000 barrels of oil per day. However, Steve Worley of Purdue gave a congressional testimony that 20,000 to 100,000 barrels of oil are leaking per day. Overall, we have no idea how much oil is truly leaking. Alright, well, no good news there. Hopefully by next time we meet, we can have that somewhat under control. Now, moving on. What have we done in an attempt to stop the leak?
To place a 98-ton steel containment dome on top of the leak on the riser tube. That failed, however, due to gas hydrates freezing due to the depth of the leak. As we thought of new solutions, we used what is known as a riser insertion tube tool, which pumps some of the leaking oil into ships located on the surface. This was a success. However, we were only able to capture small amounts of the total leak. On the 25th, we made the decision to try top kill method in order to stop the leak. We pumped heavy drilling mud for 4 days down 2 pipes in order to kill the leak. On May 29th, we announced that top kill had failed.
Alright, so no luck there. Next, moving on to our environmental department. What happened this month?
Well, luckily, oil has yet to hit the coastline, and we had something to do with that because of the protective boom we laid throughout the Gulf. We have laid 100,000 feet of protective boom throughout the Gulf and have 500,000 extra feet waiting to be strung out. Along with that, we've started to use burns. The burning of oil on the surface has helped eliminate some of the spill, but 97% of the oil spilled has become a water mixture and therefore unable to burn.
So that's a recap on the month of May. Obviously, when we meet here next month, I want more success when it comes to sealing this well. We are losing too much money on this right now. Meeting adjourned. Okay, we are meeting for the month of June now. We will start with the sealing efforts first.
So we decided that we would attempt a lower marine rise package cap containment system to seal the leak. This was decided early in the month. On June 2nd, we cut the pipe in order to make a smooth top so the cap would fit. However, the saw became stuck halfway through the pipe. On June 3rd, we sent down a saw along with a cap and successfully cut the remaining pipe and sealed the leak. We have started the relief well, which will venture 12,800 feet below sea level to kill the well completely.
Alright, so we are done messing with the leak because it is pretty much sealed. We just have to wait until the relief wells get there. Now we need to focus mainly on cleanup. Well, as of June 1st, we are commanding 1,400 vessels, 20,000 personnel, and 17 staging areas dedicated to cleanup. And although they are working around the clock, it is estimated 4.9 million barrels of oil leaked from the spill. 19 times more oil was spilled from this leak than the Exxon Valdez, making it the worst spill ever. Only 10% of the total oil spilled has been removed from the Gulf. On June 7th, the NOAA closed 88,522 square miles of fisheries. It is our job to help clean up enough oil to reopen these fisheries and restore BP's image. Lastly, scientists have discovered oil plumes located in the Gulf. They are several miles long and hundreds of feet deep. Alright, we have made serious progress in the past month, and keep up the good work. Meeting adjourned. I called this press conference to announce that I will be leaving the position of CEO of British Petroleum, and Bob Dudley will be taking my place.